Hello everyone, welcome back to Luis Discusses Everything. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the 2022 Senate election results. So in these, we're now about a week, just shy of a week before the 2022 midterm elections. And as of now, the Democrats have retained control of the Senate. They did that by not only flipping Pennsylvania, but they did that also by retaining control of Nevada and Arizona. I think Arizona was called on Friday and Nevada was called on Saturday. I was in Miami at the time, so I was very surprised by the results. And this is practically the most recent. This is the most recent electoral map of the Senate, and it shows the results as of now. The reason the Democrats have won the Senate is because they reached 50 seats and they have Kamala Harris as the vice president. So that means she will be able to go in favor of the Democrats every time they have a tie. This means that, again, Democrats control the Senate. So they not only were able to control the Senate, but they were able to flip a seat, Pennsylvania, and control the Senate without the Georgia results. Georgia's headed for a runoff, and it will be decided on December 5th of this year. Alaska has gone to the second round of ranked choice voting, but it's pretty clear that whoever wins this will be a Republican, either Kelly Tshibaka or Lisa Murkowski. So regardless of who wins in Georgia or Alaska, Democrats still have control of the Senate, a 50-50 control, even if Republicans get there to a 50. They already have 49 to a 50 with Georgia. So this is a pretty stunning result, given the circumstances surrounding this race. Just before the election, the Republicans were slightly favored to win the Senate, with a 59% chance of winning. That was substantially higher. And if you've seen most of my predictions, I had, in the most recent ones, favoring the Republicans considerably. There was a shift towards Republicans in the later stages of this race. Even 538, which generally is more, lenient towards the left in that respect, had Pennsylvania as a toss-up, and even Mehmet Oz with a 57% chance of victory. It had Herschel Walker leading in Georgia. It had Catherine Cortez Masto losing in Nevada. All those three races were favored towards the Republican Party. All those three races went in favor of the Democrats. Obviously, John Fetterman not only winning, overcoming the odds, but actually winning by 4%, and there's still like 5% left to count. And you had Catherine Cortez Masto also winning her race by a small margin, but winning the race regardless. Mark Kelly winning by even a wider margin than was expected, so winning by 6% against Blake Mashler, somebody they thought that was victorious. And the Raphael Warnock winning the plurality of the first round. Obviously, this goes to a runoff, but still, the fact that he won the plurality is like a stunning overperformance. And if you see the comparison of these midterms with the midterms of past years, in this case, comparison between 2020 and 2022, it's kind of like a mixed bag. It's pretty remarkable. You see that Florida is the best case if you're a Republican. Florida is your best case scenario, where you saw like even as high as a 13-point shift towards the right in this state, which is definitely moving Florida towards a rightward direction. New York was also a pretty substantial shift towards the right, Wisconsin as well. But that was negated by the other races, like even in Missouri, Oklahoma, the rest of the states where races were being held, all shifted towards the left. And this election also saw one of the largest participations of Gen Z and millennial of any of the recent elections in U.S. history. So we saw an enormous level of participation by young people in this election. And even a lot of the exit polls that were given, even though they showed that that inflation had a 33% support in terms of the reason why people voted, but 27% of those respondents also said that abortion was their number one issue or the second issue. So abortion and inflation were big motivators. That's why you saw such a huge shift towards the Democratic Party in an election year in which the party in power usually loses big. And this has been the best performance by a party in power in 40 years, which is incredibly substantial or substantially important. What's to follow, though, is that on December 6th, there's going to be a runoff between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. It will not be decisive in the sense that it will not decide the Senate, but it will definitely be a determining factor in whether or not the Democrats will have like a governing majority, right? We know that Chuck Schumer will continue to be the Democratic leader in the Senate. He has already said that they will go full steam ahead in passing their federal judges or approving federal judges all across the board. Now they have control for 2 more years. And 51 seats will negate or limit the power of a Joe Manchin or a Christian Sinema in terms of their decision making in the Senate, right, or holding up bills such as Build Back Better and such. We will decide in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of weeks, we'll see how this map is fully filled. But yeah, you basically have the underlying news, which is the Democrats have won the 2022 Senate elections. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.